One of the biggest issues arising from genetic information is the health and life insurance of the future. Imagine a world a few years from now where we have all our DNA stored on a CD. By then, scientists will have worked out what every gene mutation in the human body actually does.
Who loves us today, then?
No one.
Sam's insurance company want to know if he's got a specific mutation that might make him more prone to lung cancer.
One such gene we feel may be of relevance to you, given your record as a former smoker. Oh yeah, here we go.
There are serious issues we need to deal with. We need to deal with the privacy of the information, who has access to it. We have to deal with risk of employers, governments, insurance companies potentially abusing or misusing the information.
Come here, let me have a look. Come on.
If you buy a notion that a gene will cause you to have cancer at age 35, then if you're an insurance company, you'd want to use that information. If you're an employer, you probably wouldn't want to employ the person.
You have got it. Look.
All over the world in the 21st century, the next generation is going to demand their right to privacy, their right to genetic privacy, their right not to have this information about them used as a form of discrimination or misuse or abuse of their person.
Do you know something? I can't believe this. Yesterday I was healthy and I was insurable. Today I'm healthy and I'm uninsurable.
This is a vision of a possible future. Across the world, rules vary widely on whether genetic information can be used for insurance purposes. In the UK today, companies cannot use it to set premiums because of an agreed moratorium.
We are moving steadily to a situation at the moment where there are more tests available and more people are having them. Yes, and insurers, sooner or later, when we get to that type of situation, are going to have access to some information, even if they can't rate people on it, just so that they know what the costs incurred are, so that they can protect their other policyholders and their shareholders against a potential hit.
Most insurance companies in the UK are reluctant to be the first to ask for access because of public anxiety over genetic information.
I think people are genuinely frightened about this type of information. It is new. It could be put to all different sorts of uses, not just insurance, and I think we need to respect that.
As well as discrimination, there is a deeper issue. The most fundamental information about you may actually belong to someone else.
I think the public would be surprised to know that every time a scientist or a scientific institution or life science company locates a gene, they immediately patent it. They declare it as intellectual property.
Genetic companies like Myriad have been able to patent not just the test they make, but the information itself. So that, for example, they actually own the BRCA1 gene mutation.
A lot of geneticists are very worried about the idea of patenting human genes. I share that concern. I mean, nobody's invented a human gene, they've discovered it.
You can't patent a gene itself. You can't patent something naturally occurring. That's absurd.
Breast cancer runs in my family.
My mother.
My dad's sisters.
But I found out it didn't have to be inevitable.
I found out my risk with BRCA-analysis.
Myriad are now conducting an advertising campaign to raise women's awareness of their breast cancer risks. But others see a less altruistic motive.
First of all, we need to understand this is about money as much as it's about science.
Each of Myriad's BRCA1 tests cost $1,400. Yet such tests cost many millions to develop.
I think that there's always some level of criticism that people have when commercial entities are involved. It's important to understand that these tests are currently expensive. New technologies will come to play that will actually lower the cost and make them available to a broader number of people.
A patent is given not indefinitely, but for a limited period of time to allow someone who put the money and energy into developing a particular test or a particular drug to get some benefit back, to make them take the risk. Because if I say to you, you discover this and it's in the public domain, why would you bother?
The possibility of a company profiting from these is actually a good thing, because that company is given incentive to build services, to build products that will benefit humankind. If they don't benefit humankind, nobody's going to want to pay for them. Insurance companies will not reimburse them, and people will not use them.
The driving force of genetic science today is disease prevention. This means looking at the genes you have and determining what they will do to you over the course of your life, empowering you to make decisions that can affect your chances of survival. But the ultimate in preventative medicine is to avoid damaging genes being in your